Someone is going to realize how off they feel when you're not around. This is someone that it feels like a future relationship. It could be someone that was an ex and they're feeling this for you as well. However, I do feel like it's a situation where this person is so used to your energy that when your energy is not around, they feel off. They don't feel right. They don't. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I am Mystic Alchemy. So this person is just realizing that they don't feel right when you're not around. They don't feel like content. It's almost like they feel like they lose it a little bit, like lose themselves. The only thing is that they don't realize that they feel this way until you're no longer around. Okay, so if this is a person from the past, when you disconnected from one another, they had a really hard time because they didn't realize. It's almost like not valuing you when you were around. So when your presence was no longer present, they realized that you're actually a present. Okay? And they're like, wait, I want my gift back. I want my gift back. But for many of you, once things went left, it never went back right with this person. And that's someone from the past, because you realize that you have to move forward and you left them in the past because it was best that way. I just heard for the both of you. And that just makes me feel like that person had some, or still has some learning to do and healing to do. And it's respectful to allow someone to heal by themselves without trying to be there with them under certain circumstances. Because when you're with them, they won't be able to heal properly. If they have the gift already or the reward already, then they feel like they don't need to work for anything. Okay, so for this past person, if they want to be with someone like you, then there's work that they must do. And if they don't do it, well, then they just have to settle for whatever else comes through. Now, if this is someone in the future, which I feel that heavily actually in this message, this is someone that's just so connected to you. It's like one of those relationships where you are in a committed relationship with your best friend. Like your husband or your wife, if you decide to get married, is your best friend. Or the person that you're committed to turns out to be your best friend as well. Just because you're so close to that person. So when you're not around, like if you want to go on a trip with your friends and they're not with you, they're gonna feel some type of way. And mostly it's really about protection and are you okay, calling you, often, not just daily, but a few times a day, because you're away from them and they can't see you and they can't get to you like they could if you were where they are. So anytime you do anything with anyone else, they're always like skeptical and they just want to make sure like they know what's going on. It feels like very protective of you. So when you're not around, they are concerned. So yes, they will call. Okay. And I'm getting this energy where certain friends might have something to say about that. And I'm hearing don't worry about them. Just worry about your person in that sense, because if you know that your person is reaching out to you because they're protective and you know what type of relationship that you have, be careful to allow those around you to influence you to believe something else that is not. Just in case, because that just popped up here in this message. Okay, so be mindful of that. Okay, I'm hearing sometimes people that don't understand you and your relationship aren't really supposed to. It's not really for them to understand. And you don't necessarily, you're not obligated to explain it. However, you know that that's the relationship that you have with your person. And some people might take but I don't feel like it's excessive calling. But some people might take the calls as this person clocking you. Now, in some cases, some people do that. They clock your every move because they want to make sure that you're not like being unfaithful. However, in this instance, it doesn't feel like that to me, even though sometimes it could be that. And the little side note here is to make sure that you are not infused or infiltrated with doubt based on what someone says about your person. If you make any conclusion about your person, let it be from you. People around you can say what they want to say. However, it's important that you are able to discern on your own. Sometimes people get jealous if you have someone that loves you enough to call you and make sure you're okay and try to manipulate it and turn it into something else. So make sure that, you don't allow that to happen. Okay? Because I'm picking that up. It just kind of like came through, so I have to say it. However, overall, this person does feel like uncomfortable and like weak if you're not around. Not weak in a sense of crying or anything. It's just they're weak for you. So if something goes wrong with you, they will come through and tear it up like Tasmanian devil. Okay? So that is what this message is regarding the connection to you two are really close. So it's like when you don't see someone for an extended period of time that you're used to seeing every day, it is going to feel a little funny. It's going to feel a little funny. And you're going to know that they're gone, and your place is going to feel empty to your person when you're not around. However, when you come back together from your trip, and that's just the example that I gave, or a business trip, it could be anything. Whatever it is, just when you're away from your person for an extended period of time, the dynamics of their energy does shift because they're so used to you being around. Okay, so that's just to say that this person loves you very much, and some people will be jealous by the love because it's so potent. The love is so strong that people will get jealous. So it's important that you stay sturdy in your relationship and be careful not to allow outsiders to influence how you think about your person. That's one of the worst things that one could do in their relationship. So that is it for this message. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you feel my vibe, especially if this message resonates with you. If you would like to book a reading or a healthy conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyRose.org. And you can also join the membership here on YouTube to support me. And for those who do decide to join, you are appreciated. I thank you in advance, and I'll see you in the next one.